all our student leaders and the future leaders of the society. A very good afternoon. I'm glad that I'm given this platform to share a discussion with everybody. As the organizer has informed me and also the other panel, is that these sessions will try to be more interactive. I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of questions to ask. This is the same as I was. If you think not otherwise, then there's some problem in you as a leaders. In normal sense, as a student, including myself when I was a student, I have no interest to listen to politicians speaking. I only would like to take the opportunity to grill them. And also we have a saying, please don't trust anybody who is more than 30 years old, because when they are 30s, they are defending the status quo. They are no longer trying to be innovative and trying to bring us to a greater horizon. So anyway, so whether you trust me or not, I would just like to share a little bit of my view on this topic. In fact, this topic has been changed a little bit. So initially I was thinking about bipartisanship or something along the line of political partnership. Okay, anyway, since the issues come to the questions of maturities, I'm actually, first would like to question how do we treat what we consider as a mature politics. There are different people who have different views about how maturities mean. But I think, let me just start with a very simple way of how we look at the issues. Basically, we look at the issues not from the political party's point of view, or not from the governmental point of view. When we talk about maturities, a politics that is mature, to me, it means that the people who are governing, as well as perhaps people who are in the opposition, not in the governing seats, will treat the people as matured people. We should stop treating the rakyat as kids, that we set regulations, we set rules in order to govern them for the sake of social order, or for the sake of ideology, or for the sake of whatever. I think we treat people as responsible, mature people, and once we do that, I think then politics become mature. I mean, a lot of people say, can we trust to give such freedom to our people when they are not ready for it? I think a lot of authoritarian regimes tend to use the argument. We cannot have freedom because our people are not ready. We cannot let people to be free to think and to act, because otherwise we'll have chaos. I think this is a very typical argument that actually, at the end, to make our politics very immature. Because we are trying to put barriers, we are trying to not treating people as thinking human beings. So we're going to start saying that, yeah, you cannot have, you cannot have gathering more than 4 persons, because otherwise the society cannot bear the consequence. Otherwise they will have a racial riot. I think this first has to be cast out from our mindset. For me, freedom comes with responsibility is only have to be qualified that only with freedom we have responsibility. Some people say in their experience they see Malaysian as a lack of responsibility. My answer will be, maybe that's because we have too little freedom in Malaysia. Our life, when we are young, will be decided right from beginning, even your subjects, you go into science stream not because you love science and technology or maths, because your marks is too good. Yeah, I mean, why can't you go to humanities subjects? Why can't you go to social science? Why can't you go to arts? Because you have high marks. But the states, the government, make the decision for you. So end up, because you have high marks, all the way you go up to become a doctor, not because you like to be doctors, because you were told you should be. So do you expect people to be responsible for their own life when their life is not decided by themselves? So I think the whole thing we have to start with giving the people the freedom, giving the young people especially that freedom. At the same time, that freedom will come when they will start thinking, how do you want to use it? And there will be a lot of check and balance, especially the people you interact with, when you're surrounded with. Are we saying that our ethnic identities, our religion must be protected by law, by regulations, and not by us as a responsible human being? I think once we shift from there, then we'll see a lot of things will change. And just now the moderator mentions about the elections of last year. Perhaps not 10 years ago, did you mention? Or 20 years ago. I don't think 20 years ago. I think 20 months ago, many people have not dreamt about it. I'm sure Khairy didn't talk about it. But I personally see this coming in 1999, when I think that people being exposed to see the weakness of a certain political system, when they have access to information, when they are free to surf the net, when they are free to get the real pictures, they will make the right choice. They will decide. And they are not supporting the oppositions, but basically they are supporting a free choice. And the same will go to the oppositions if we treat people like kids, and we treat people like immature adults, that we accept that they will swallow whatever we say, whether you are Barisan Nasional or you are Pakatan. At the end, you will be judged and will be punished by the people. I think that is a new message that the people send to all political parties. And this is not an era of the oppositions or Pakatan, but it is an era of a new consciousness that growing up of people getting access, getting freedom to access to information and have the power to make decisions themselves. I think confronting with this, the authorities should respect such freedom rather than trying to tell us that where we can have our demonstration, where we have to restrain ourselves, and even now it's trying to tell us that our internet must be filtered before we can read them. So if we continue to treat the people like that, I'm sure such regime will not last very long, and will go with the people's judgment. So I would like to maybe stop here. We can have more sharing a bit later. Thank you for your attentions, and also I wish you all have a good career as not only as students but as your members of the society. Thank you very much.